Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the week 7 video for Advanced Conversation. All right, I have been enjoying those videos for the most part. I have been slowly getting through the grading of them and collecting your grading as well. Just as a reminder, um, there's each video is worth 15%, and half of that grade comes from your classmates, and half of that comes from me. Um, I've decided that I'll report back to you. I know important is how important feedback is, and I want to give you that feedback. I'll be sending back the grades of assignments in twos. So um, very soon I will email you the results of the news report and the teach me how to do something or tell me how to do something videos. All right. And I'll give you the quantitative feedback, which is the numbers that you received in terms of a grade. And I'll give you the qualitative feedback, or at least some of it, which is the comments that you received for those as well. All right, so look forward to that. I'm trying to get it as soon as possible to just remember that I'm looking at about 35 5-minute videos, so that's at least 2.5 hours of work just to watch those videos. And of course, some of them I may have to watch more than once, and then I have to compile all of the data and organize that and then email that back to you. So it does take some time, but I will try to get those back to you as soon as possible. And in the future, after every 2 assignments, I think I'll return that grade to you. So after assignment 3 and 4, I will return to you your grades again as well. And then at the end of the class, at the end of the semester, you'll get your grades and feedback there. So that's what we're going to do moving forward. Remember, we are on schedule to have 6 video tasks, all of which are worth 15%. And of course, your participation, especially in grading, contributes to the 10% that's left over. All right. So, I hope you've enjoyed the first 2 tasks. Remember, each of the different tasks that we do in this class require that you take on a different role as a speaker, which means that you use a different kind of grammar, a different kind of vocabulary, and really just a different speaking strategy in what you're trying to do. For example, reporting or teaching or giving a process, okay, or a procedure, right? We did that in the first 2. In this next assignment, which I'd like to introduce today, we have, again, a different kind of vocabulary, a different kind of grammar, a different register, possibly, all right, or the use of your formality, that could change, and a different kind of communication or speaking strategy. So, without being too much more mysterious, let me introduce our third video task, and that is the hot take. All right. If you are a big fan of social media and you are constantly on different websites, I don't know what you guys are into these days. TikTok? Are you still on YouTube? I don't know. But this is a major component of social media today, so I thought perhaps it might be appropriate for you to study this from a linguistic perspective and a communication perspective, and also practice it as well if you don't participate in this already. All right, so what is a hot take? All right, it's a fairly popular term these days in modern colloquial English. It's just really a common expression for reviewing something, right? Or expressing your strong opinion, especially on social media. All right, if you want a more kind of academic definition, it is a hot take is defined as a piece of commentary, typically produced quickly in response to a recent event whose primary purpose is to attract attention, get the attention of the audience. All right, and that's according to Oxford Language. Right, but I don't know. It depends on your understanding of social media. Maybe it might be a generational thing too, but many people see this kind of response media as a kind of a negative thing as well. But that's not necessary to our cause. We can be just objective about it or neutral about it. Okay. Another definition on of a hot take or a review by one reporter. All right, if you want to consider the hot take review as journalism, Elle Reeve, she's a reporter with CNN now. I think she used to be with Vice, but she says it is a piece of deliberately provocative commentary that is based almost entirely on shallow moralizing. All right, that's kind of a negative description of the hot take. All right, but in this class, like I said, we'll keep it neutral and we will just use this as a task, like all of our tasks, as a way of engaging and practicing in some of the common ways of speaking English language today. So as an English student, it may be a very attractive and helpful way of practicing your ability to express your opinions. It is useful because you may be asked to express yourself in class discussion, or maybe just in everyday, conversation with people. This is the way that people, from person to person, just in a casual or relaxed setting, express themselves, or even in classroom settings. As we debate and discuss issues, we may express ourselves, keeping in mind that our sense of formality, right, that we use, how respectful or formal the language you use is, right? Keep that in mind as well. You can choose, how formal you want to be in this assignment too. All right, I like to give you a certain leeway or place to kind of allow for your personality or what you want to focus on in your assignments here. But let's move on and maybe just define this a little bit better. All right, basically a hot take is a review. Okay, or an opinion piece, in many ways kind of an editorial. So basically, it is a form of rhetoric, rhetorical speech, persuasive speech, because you want to give your opinion, okay, relatively strongly. All right, I would love to see a strong emotional opinions in this assignment in a fun way. All right. But that really is up to you in exactly how strong and persuasive and emotional you want to be. But going a little bit extreme might be entertaining in a certain degree. But basically, what we're doing is giving our perspective, one side of an argument, our quick response to a hot topic. All right? Now, this may sound serious to you, but I don't want it to seem serious. It really depends on what topic you choose. If you just go and Google hot takes or go to YouTube or maybe TikTok, whatever you like, and look search hot takes, you're going to get a wide variance of people who are angry and swearing, or just being fun, or being very serious about a topic. Okay, it depends on the topic, it depends on the opinion, and it depends on the person and their personality as well. So keep that in mind. You have some flexibility here. All right. I would like to keep the topics light, so don't get too heavily into kind of the politics that really divide or might alienate some of your classmates. I don't want that in this class at all. So please be careful in choosing your topic and choosing your language. All right. I don't think it's inappropriate to take a very extreme opinion on a movie or a video game or a pop group or any kind of music group or song. That's fine. But if you are extreme in your rhetoric around certain politics, that's not going to be appropriate for the classroom. So you can choose politics, but be careful about your topics. I don't want to divide the classroom at all. Okay. Anyway, the choice is yours for the topics here, but just be careful about your topic. All right. So what would I like to see? Again, I've included a rubric here for you to follow. So make sure you read the rubric carefully and make sure that you accomplish this assignment in a way that checks all of the necessary boxes that you need to accomplish to get a more fulsome grade. All right. So basically what we'd like to see is you giving a strong opinion in a 3 to 4 minute video here. All right, we want to see your emotion, your logic, and your knowledge about a topic in a way that we find persuasive. Okay, you do not have to completely agree with someone on their topic to find their opinion persuasive. For example, if I'm your audience, you are never going to convince me that BTS is great music and they're great dancers, because quite frankly, that's not my favorite. But you may be able to broaden the perspective or give certain perspectives into your topic or you issue. So keep that in mind too when you're grading each other's videos, okay? Just because somebody doesn't persuade you, you're not going to give them a bad mark, okay? They can still do an excellent job of the video and be persuasive even though you are not persuaded, because, for example, I will never be persuaded about certain topics. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, so let me cover again the basic requirements for this assignment. All right, again, it's a hot take or a review. You are going to make a 3 or 4 minute, that's different, okay, a little shorter, a 3 or 4 minute video giving us your strong opinion or response or reaction to some hot topic, okay, something topical that's in the news, or your world right now. It might be a song, an artist, a TV show, a movie, a political or social issue, anything that you strongly react to. All right. And in this video, get our attention. All right. I don't want really soft, subtle, gentle reviews. Okay. Be active, be emotional, be responsive here. Don't hold back. Make your voice and your opinions heard. Be powerful and persuasive. But as I mentioned before, don't be offensive, okay, in your topic and your response and your language there. Okay, this is still a classroom, so let's be respectful, but still express our opinions. All right. Also, what I want to emphasize, especially for this assignment, is that you accomplish this video in one take. All right. That means no stopping or starting and editing. You might, shoot this video 3 or 4 or 5 times because you don't like this one, you don't like that one, you don't like that one. And finally, the 5th time you try it, you think that's a good job. All right. Then you use that. But don't cut and edit and mix these. All right. I want to see kind of your ability to speak and respond in a 3 to 4 minute video. All right. Especially for this kind of assignment where it's a kind of a hot take, a response, an emotional, persuasive response. I want to see you keep going in trying to persuade us, the audience, and really give you a chance to try and work on your fluency here. All right. Now, let's see. The process we're going to follow is the same as all our other assignments. We'll make a video in the first week, and then the second week we will grade them. That's the same. So next Wednesday, 20th of October, you should have this posted in the chat room, and then by the 27th of October, you should have your grading completed. Remember, we will have different grading groups again, so make sure you pay attention to the grading groups that you're in because it will be different for each assignment. A couple notes too. As I recommend always, you do write a script. That's an excellent way to focus your attention on the different communication strategy and how to use grammar and vocabulary and the communication strategy, in this case persuasiveness, rhetoric, how to use that appropriately. I recommend you write a script. However, do not rely on that script to make your video. Okay, we should not see you reading this. I know some of you are doing this a little bit, some of you more than others, but if you are relying on this script, it is going to be reflected in your grade. All right, we should not be strictly reading. That is not the purpose of this course. Okay, it's not a reading and writing course, it's a speaking course. But you can use writing in this way to help you prepare and to help you engage in the different speaking strategies, grammar, and vocabulary. All right, so I recommend writing a script. I don't recommend using a script or not overusing the script unless it's like a cue card. All right, so I am favoring those students who are not relying on reading, and you should be as well in your grading if you read that rubric closely. All right, so another note that I probably should have focused more on at the beginning of the course. I didn't perceive it to be as big of a problem as it is. And to be fair, I understand and I even appreciate what some of you are doing. But some of you are really taking a lot of time to put a lot of production value into your videos. That's great. Again, I respect and appreciate your video making abilities. Some of you, most of you are much better at it than I am. Maybe I'm just an old man. But let's not lose focus of why we're here in this class, okay? Developing your skills as a video maker, a video producer, are excellent, and I strongly encourage that. But that's not the purpose of this course. It's just an ancillary benefit, an added bonus if you can improve your skills. Our focus, our purpose in this course, first and foremost, is to improve our speaking ability. So, what does that mean here? In making these videos, all right, as I mentioned already, for this particular video, I want zero editing because it's one take, one hot take, 3 to 4 minutes of continuous you talking, persuading me and the audience to believe what you have to say or take what you have to say, your perspective on a topic, all right? So especially in this, for this assignment, I want one take, okay? You can do many videos, but it should be continuous, no editing, all right? And I do recommend that for all of your videos. I don't mind if you do, 1 or 2 cuts, but honestly, I would prefer to see it just in one take. That's all I'm asking for you. All right. Also, what is required here, and this is one that I didn't foresee happening as much because I've done this class before and it wasn't an issue then. However, in your production, some of you are adding a lot of other shots or demonstration videos. For the videos, this one, I don't really want to see that. Again, one take of you talking, right? But in the other videos, they might be more required, like telling me how to do something. Last assignment, I can understand why a lot of you included that. But the majority, if not all of the time on camera, should be your face, because again, our purpose here is to improve our speaking, and also in grading the videos, we want to see your face, and we need to know that you're not just reading, okay? So keep that in mind. Make sure, especially for this assignment, this is one take. Make sure your face is on camera all the time, and remember, this is not about reading, it's about improving your speaking ability. All right, so that is our next assignment. It is hot takes, giving a review, a strong emotional reaction in which you try to persuade the audience to your belief. All right. Couple tips when making and organizing the video. Maybe you want to spend a short time, maybe in the introduction, getting our attention, and then perhaps briefly informing us about the topic. All right. So again, we're not reporting so much here, but we might need to give context. All right. A little bit of background information before you get to your strong opinion. All right. You can possibly include other perspectives, right? You might say, oh, some people believe this, some people believe that, but I'm here today to tell you my opinion, this opinion, the correct opinion. All right. If you want something like that. Also, you want to present your opinion as persuasively as possible, keeping in mind what your topic is and what your perspective is. Okay, those little things about your unique perspective and what your topic is, that is going to affect the kind of rhetoric or the kind of persuasive strategies that you use. All right, are you going to be very emotional? Are you going to be very logical? And how formal are you going to be? Right, is it a very scientific, objective kind of topic, or is it just? Are we just talking about pop culture in a funny, humorous, unique way? Right, or is it a hot social issue which is deeply emotional and you need to be very serious about it? Okay, consider all of those aspects when you're considering how to persuade the audience to your viewpoint about your topic. Right? And again, think deeply about the language that you're going to use. Make sure the formality really matches that. All right, and of course, one last warning, please, let's not try to deliberately hurt anybody's feelings. So be careful about those topics you do choose and the language and perspectives or opinions you're going to share. This is a classroom, and we do all respect each other, so make sure you don't cross any lines, at least not on purpose. Let's understand that everybody's intention here is not to hurt anyone, and we're just here to try and improve our speaking ability. All right, I could give you my hot takes on something here, but you probably get bored of watching me on these boring videos. So I would recommend just go to YouTube or TikTok or just Google. You can type in hot takes, all right, and you'll get a wide variety of other people's different opinions on various topics. Some of the language you might see is not appropriate, but that is the internet, and I would encourage you to explore this to see the variety of language that English speakers are using for their hot takes. Look at their different rhetorical strategies. You can see and judge how effective they are for you and for their topics. And maybe you can borrow some of the language and the rhetorical strategies from them when you make your videos. But again, rather than having me just demonstrate it for you in my boring old man way, go out into the real world and check out some of these popular hot take videos. Okay, they're popular on social media now. I've included a couple examples here that are at least classroom friendly for the most part, with a wide variety. There's a fairly middle of the road, inoffensive review of a BTS album. There's a fairly similar kind of register or formality, or what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of similar voice for a review of the movie Parasite. But then I've given you something very different, more traditional, before the actual hot take word became popular. And this is a crusty conservative Canadian named Rex Murphy, who is editorializing on a problem of political correctness. All right, that's much more formal in his rhetorical strategy and the language that he uses and the way he presents it, but it's still infused with emotion, but is balanced more with logic and formality. And then there's a fresh new gamer reviewing Metroid Dread, another example of things you will commonly see in regards to hot takes nowadays. All right, so those might give you some kind of examples of the spectrum of the different rhetorical strategies used and the different levels of language and emotion that people include when they're giving their opinions in hot takes. But again, the internet is full of similar type videos. I encourage you to check it out if you're not familiar with what I am discussing here. They can be helpful. Real world, authentic examples. All right. Also, if you want a more academic kind of understanding of rhetorical strategies that I've mentioned a few times, I've included the Merriam-Webster website. They give you a very solid and simple explanation of rhetorical devices with examples. So you can check that out and maybe have a more kind of academic and developed understanding of what a rhetorical device is. All right, so that is assignment number 3, hot takes. All right, I hope to see those videos up in a week, and you can hope to get your first 2, the grades for your first 2 assignments back within the week. All right, I will do my best. All right, take care, everybody. And remember about some of the changes for the videos this week. 1 take, all right, no editing for this assignment. 3 to 4 minutes, not 4 to 5 minutes, so make sure you get the timing right. Make sure your face is on camera, and again, avoid reading as much as possible, if at all. Okay? Good luck, everyone.